Hey, this is Tony with Boppet Business Spotlight Channel, and I'm here with Morgan Switzer McGinley, who is the owner of Old Barrel Tea and Spice Company, New Mexico Vintage Wines, Beers, and Cigar, and of course, also the owner of the Las Cruces magazine. How you doing today, Morgan?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You are a very busy person.
Yes, we have a few things going on.
Indeed. So tell us a little bit about what Morgan Switzer McGinley is all about. Tell us a little bit about New Mexico Vintage Wine, Beers, and Cigars, Old Barrel Tea Company, as well as Las Cruces magazine.
Perfect. Well, I'll start with the magazine. So I've been a publisher since, it's been 16 years, I think now. So I've done a lot of publishing, and if you're a publisher, you know that you like to have the occasional adult beverage on those deadline times. So when the opportunity came for my husband and I to purchase an vintage and start our own winery, it seemed like the perfect opportunity. We are also very proud of all of the services and the food products and wine products and just the art that New Mexico and specifically the Mesilla Valley has to offer. So we take pride in showcasing that, and you'll see that in our wine shop. We have wines from around the state. We also have beers, craft beers from around the state. So everything we have in our wine shop is a New Mexico product. We do not have any wines, beers, tapas from anywhere but New Mexico. So we're really proud of that fact. We get to introduce people to something unique, something they've maybe never tried. A lot of times we have people coming through that are snowbirds. They don't make it up to the northern part of the state, but yet they get to drink wine from the northern part of the state when they're here with us. So we have a lot of fun here, and we opened the Mesilla Old Barrel Tea and Spice Company last July, so we're getting close to our 1-year anniversary there. It's on the other side of the plaza here in Mesilla. It's wonderful. We really enjoy it. We tell people we're in the liquid business, but we're not liquid.
Right. So tell us, what business did you start first and which ones followed? And what is your background in all of these different businesses that you're in?
Well, I started out as a publisher in the print industry. We are one of the only local media partners left, Las Cruces magazine, Las Cruces Neighbors, and we took over New Mexico Vintage Wines almost 3 years ago, and then, like I mentioned, Old Barrel, we just opened last July, so it's our newest.
Where can people find these businesses at?
So they're both off the historic plaza in Old Mesilla. One is at 2461 Calle de Principal, and the other one is located at 2319 Calle de Santiago. That's where Old Barrel is located. If you're driving in towards the church, you're going to pass Silver Assets on your right. Keep going, and you'll see our Old Barrel sign hanging right before you get to the plaza itself on the left side.
And then, of course, Las Cruces magazine, they can pick them up wherever the publications are at their local businesses or establishments here in town, right?
That is correct. You can also read the full edition online, lascrucesmagazine.com. In fact, we have readers from all over the world. Our magazine is written by locals, for locals, so people that are looking to move here, looking to travel here, like to go to our website. They ask us for a copy of the magazine. We'll mail that to them, and they can find out more about what our area has going on, not just events, but things for seniors, things for parents, things for sports enthusiasts, historians, art aficionados, you name it.
Yes, of course, you mentioned your background in the publishing aspect. Tell us your background as to why you got into New Mexico Vintage Wine, Beers, and Cigars, as well as Old Barrel Tea and Spice Company.
Well, my family and I have always enjoyed drinking wine, and I was a customer for many years at New Mexico Vintage. My friends and I would come and listen to musicians on the patio. And when I was actually working with Gordon Steele from Rio Grande Winery on a story for Las Cruces magazine, I started getting a lot more involved with the Wine Growers Association, helping them promote their events, the festivals. And I just happened to mention to the owner of Vintage, if you're ever interested in selling, let me know. And it just so happened that was perfect timing for them. And it took a little over a year to actually get that done because wine license, beer license, if anyone's ever applied for them, you know it takes a lot of work and time. So that took a little over a year, but then we officially took over in February 3 years ago. And then tea is something I've always enjoyed drinking. Anytime I go out of town, we always look for tea shops, tea houses, specialty teas, traveling all over. And it just seemed like a great fit. We love what the other stores were doing in Ruidoso, Cloudcroft, and Old Town Albuquerque. It's just something passionate that my husband and I believe in: wellness, health, and happy living.
Out of all of the wineries here in town, of course, there's quite a few, as well as the tea shops. There's not very many tea shops around here. And then, of course, the Las Cruces magazine. Tell our listeners why they should come and experience New Mexico Vintage Wine, beers and cigars, Old Barrel Tea and Company, as well as latest copy of Las Cruces magazine.
That's a mouthful. Yes, the magazines are available at over 500 area locations throughout Mesilla Valley and into El Paso. And as far as coming to our places in Mesilla, it's a unique experience. In fact, my friend Russell over at Salud de Mesilla and I envisioned this program called Experience Mesilla, where we came up with a glassware program. There's 19 bars, restaurants, tea shops, coffee shops that are participating. If you've been to Mesilla, you know what we're talking about. It's not like any other place on the planet. You can go to a big city and have big city experiences all over, but Mesilla is just a beautiful place. The culture, the food, the family fun. So you can experience that firsthand at either of our businesses in Mesilla.
Lastly, if people have any questions about any of the businesses, whether it's wine, beers, and cigars, whether it's tea or the Las Cruces magazine, how do they reach out to you?
Certainly, they could just go to any of our social media pages. We have one for each of the businesses. In Vintage Wines, Mesilla Old Barrel Tea and Spice Company. We also have Instagram, or you can reach out through our website, lascrucesmagazine.com, and click on Contact Us, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. We always love new story ideas and new experiences for people to find out about.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, folks. Morgan Switzer McGinley, owner of New Mexico Vintage Wine, Beer, and Cigars at 2461 Calle de Principal in Mesilla, New Mexico. Give them a call, 575-523-9463 or 575-523-WINE. Check out their website, newmexicovintagewines.com, or go to their sister establishment, Old Barrel Tea and Spice Company, located at 2319 Calle de Santiago in Mesilla, 575-526-6224 or oldbarreltea.com. And then, of course, as Morgan said, check out the latest edition of the Las Cruces magazine. This is Tony with Bop It Business Spotlight Channel. Thank you for listening.